Hi! Today you're going to hear from my niece. She was gracious enough to agree to do a video for me showing her side of what it was like to be close to me while I was going through the darkest part of my life and how it affected her and how she wanted to continue to be there for me. And she describes it in great detail and she put her heart into it. So I hope you find it helpful and useful for you if you have an individual that you know that is battling with mental illness and finding it that they're not able to reach out to you. Maybe you can take some of this and apply it to your life. Thanks for taking the time to watch.
Okay, so I'm speaking from the car because it's the only place I can get some alone time. Majority of my phone calls to Michelle happen in the car because I'm constantly driving to and from school and to and from work. So this is kind of like my home away from home. But anyway, before I get into Michelle getting away from, talking to people and reaching out, I kind of want to touch on how her and I relationship goes back from before I was born. So it's been a pretty long stretch. She is the one person who refused to give up on me and made sure that I always knew that she was going to be there no matter what. I have never ever taken that for granted. There's not been a day that we haven't reached out to each other. There was a time in my youth where I didn't want to speak to anybody, but neither here nor there. She was always right there waiting for me to come back. That just kind of laid the foundation for me to know that no matter what, our bond was not going to go away. When she first started getting bad, it was hard to notice at first because we talked so much, but it kind of got to a point where it was me reaching out more than it was her reaching out. I at first just thought, hey, maybe she's busy, but it got to a point where it wasn't as in-depth of conversation as it normally would be, and the silliness was kind of going away. When she finally did come out and say that she was deeply, deeply depressed, and I made it my mission to not let go of that relationship, because not having her in my life was like saying that you can't breathe, and it was unacceptable to me to even think of not having her around. Like I said, she's just been a solid person for me for years and years, and I wasn't going to let go of that for nothing. She would even say to me sometimes, why do you hold me in such high esteem? Well, she put in a lot of work to me, and I was going to show her the same thing. I didn't care that she didn't reach out to me, and I didn't care that she didn't have a lot to say. I was going to, every single day, tell her that I loved her and that she wasn't alone. And some days it was just gonna be, that's all I was gonna say is I love you. But as long as I was able to get that message across to her, I felt like I can still be there for her, even if I didn't know perfectly how to help. I just knew that I couldn't sever communication with her. That was important, that I fought for that. I wasn't going to give up on her because she never gave up on me. I'd probably be still in a really bad place if it wasn't for her pulling me out of it. And I'm just grateful for her doing that for me so I could turn around and show her the same thing that she's shown me over the years. She's poured so much of herself into so many people around her. She needed her cup filled back up. And if I love you was the only thing that I could say to her that day, so be it. I just want people to know that she is a great person, deserving of so much more than what she has gotten handed to her. She pours her whole self into the people that she cares about. And I, for one, could not imagine how my life would be without her. She is my person. She is so much more than a family member or a best friend. She just means so much more than I have words for. And I'm not ever gonna give that up. I love her way too much to give up on her. And I'm really, really grateful that she has gotten better, because I cannot even think of what life would be like for me if she ceased to exist. It would be a really, really dark world without her. I love you, Aunt Michelle.